You can indict a ham sandwich.
Carrie, I mean, extraordinary scenes. They're obviously unprecedented. We've never had any current or ex-president of the United States indicted on federal charges. And most people I've spoken to, and we're just hearing, by the way, breaking news, Donald Trump has pled not guilty to these charges. But most people I've spoken to, from a legal point of view, describe these charges, as indeed Jane Weintraub just did, as exceptionally serious and certainly way more serious than the charges relating to Stormy Daniels and hush money payments. So what is your response, having read the indictment?
Well, you're right. We've never seen this happen before because we've never had someone as corrupt as Joe Biden sitting in the White House, turning our government against our people. We've never had someone like Joe Biden, who is, in fact, a criminal himself, who's taken bribes from the CCP, who's taken bribes from Ukraine and many others, having to turn and weaponize our department to go after his rival. And this is election interference. Donald Trump is an innocent man. He will be found innocent at the end of the day. And the American people are fed up. They're tired of watching our government being weaponized against us. And this is outrageous. There was a beautiful show of support for President Trump. There were many people showing their President Trump, waving their President Trump flags. And it was really a nice setup down there where a lot of people came out to say, we're tired of this, and we're tired of our government being turned against us.
I mean, the problem I have with that, Carrie, I've read the indictment closely, and apart from anything else, you hear him on tape, Donald Trump, clearly conceding the documents he has have not been declassified, something he always said he'd done, which many lawyers say is just a fait accompli right there, that he's admitting himself that these are not declassified documents, and he's sharing the details with other people.
I sure wish they would share what these documents are. They're being very mum about what's in them. I'm really curious about what's in them. And Pierce, there's more evidence of wrongdoing and crime, frankly, on Hillary Clinton's servers. There's more evidence of crime in Joe Biden's garage, in those boxes where he had no ability to declassify those documents because he was a senator and a vice president. And frankly, there's more evidence of a crime on Monica Lewinsky's dress than in those boxes that were pulled from Mar-a-Lago. And everybody knows it. Everybody's tired of this charade.
Carrie,
Joe Biden is illegitimate.
Let me jump in, Carrie.
His administration is illegitimate as well.
OK, how do you know that, Carrie? How can you be so sure, A, what's in the documents? And how do you explain that even when he was asked to give the stuff back, he didn't?
You know what? The president has the right to take the items from the White House. It's happened with Obama. It's happened with previous presidents. It's happened with Bill Clinton. They have the right to do that, and presidents have the right to declassify documents. They don't even have to announce it. They can just think about it, and they can be declassified. It doesn't matter. This is a bogus case, and you know what it is? It's really just a way, Pierce, to give cover to Joe Biden, who just this week we found out took another $5 million bribe and payout from the CCP. And we have 17 recordings of him, according to Senator Grassley, on tape being recorded taking bribes and payouts from Ukraine. This is a distraction to give you and the media something to talk about so you don't have to talk about the crimes Joe Biden commits.
Well, look,
it's going to give you something to talk about for the next 5 months.
I have no truck in defending Joe Biden from anything, or Hillary Clinton. I was savagely critical of Hillary Clinton throughout that whole email scandal. I thought that was outrageous. And I do think there are legitimate charges of double standards here, particularly from the liberal-skewed US mainstream media about the way they've treated Hillary Clinton's emails, Joe Biden's documents and others. I think that's a completely valid point. But that doesn't in itself negate the severity of what Donald Trump is accused of doing here. So my question to you is, if he's actually convicted... But hang on, Carrie. If he's convicted, is it really realistic that Donald Trump, as a convicted felon on serious federal charges, would continue to run for president or indeed win the White House, which he couldn't be in?
Pierce, you haven't been in the States recently to find out just how corrupt our government, from top to bottom, this government is corrupt. The judicial branch, the DOJ, the CDC, the FBI, this entire administration is corrupt. And Donald Trump is an innocent man. We know that. This is just another witch hunt.
No, you believe that. We don't know that.
Ever since he got into office, it's been one thing after the next to give you guys something to talk about.
Stop talking about you guys like we're all the same. I don't have anything in common with a lot of the media that you have this big problem with. But what I would say about this is I read the indictment. These are serious charges. And I don't think that the special counsel who's levelled them can be deemed to be a partisan guy. So there's a possibility Trump gets convicted. So my question again, if he is convicted, should he or could he run for office?
You can indict a ham sandwich. Conviction is a whole nother story. And he should run for office. He's not going to quit. Donald Trump is the only person standing up for we the people. Our government has turned on us right now. We have an illegitimate Joe Biden sitting in office, weaponizing our government against his lead rival. This is election interference. They know they can't stop President Trump. They know he has the people behind him. They know he's going to win, and they keep trying to throw these other candidates in, trying to get the American people excited about these other people, and they're not. They want President Trump in office. And the only way to stop him is to throw bogus indictments at him and try to arrest him and stop him.